Welcome everyone to this week's Ask the Cast, where you, the viewer, ask us, the cast, questions and we promptly answer them for you. This week's question comes from 3 people that wrote us, and the first person is Brett's World 99. And Brett's World 99 asks, you mentioned green and blue screens in this video. So where do you get your screen and what software do you use? Well, Brett's World 99, right behind me, as you can see, is our green screening. You probably won't actually see the green screen, but behind me is a green cloth that we use, that we actually stitch together and put onto a wooden dowel and set it up like a curtain. And behind it we have a blue screen that we use for our characters who are blue or green, and we don't want them blending in with the background, so we kind of alternate when we're doing our filming. And the software that we use is called Green Screen Wizard. It's a software that costs about $99, and you can actually find it online by clicking on the link below. You can actually try out the software, and if you like it, you can purchase it. So yeah, it's a great software. It's really easy to use, and it comes up with some really great green screening. You don't have to worry about all the fading and all the static and stuff that you've seen on previous videos that we've done. It's a great software. And the next person who's asking this question this week is Whogettable. And Whogettable writes, will you keep making puppets or stay with the ones that you have? Well, we have a lot of characters that we have ideas for that we've actually wrote down. As a matter of fact, we have about 36 characters in all that we have on our list that we haven't made yet. So as we go along and as our show gets bigger and bigger, we do plan on bringing out new characters in the future when the need arises or when the want arises. But yeah, we got more characters coming out, so don't worry. And then our friend Braided Princess writes this week, here's a question. When you are making a new puppet for the show, or when you have in the past, is it more of a random thing, or do you make the puppet with a certain purpose in mind for the show? Well, Braided Princess, a lot of our ideas for our characters come from ideas that we've had, people that have influenced us over our lives, people that we run into, or just accidental characters that we come up with by pure accident. And one of the characters that we do have on the show, many of you have probably seen, this is our character Huge Ass. Huge Ass is our kind of our poke at corporate America. He's a president and CEO of our mock sponsor from the Nutsack Corporation. He was kind of like my people that I've met in the past. I'm pretty sure that all of you out there have had jobs in the past where you've dealt with undesirable supervisors or corporate CEOs or somebody that's been in some kind of authority figure that you just despise. And well, Hugh is kind of my poke at that, because I've had bosses and supervisors in the past that have just made my life miserable. Well, this is a character that I created, kind of like my poke at that. Hugh is a cross between Donald Trump and I would say probably any other CEO out there that's made somebody's life miserable. And his favorite catchphrase is actually one that Donald Trump uses, which is, "You're fired." And I do the voice of Hugh, and I do the puppeteering of Hugh, and he's, as you can see, a big giant butt. He's a big giant butt head. He's each one of the cheeks, and because why I chose a big butt head is because most corporate CEOs are butt heads, and crap rolls out of their mouth. So that's why his name is Huge Ass.
In adding to what Roger said about Hugh, other characters that we've done, like the first 4 characters I created, Allie, Barely, Spook, and Alexander, I had a purpose in mind for all 4 of them, and they were derived from some comic strips that I had drawn several years before, and wanted to make unique puppet characters. Others have just come along accidentally, through bad sewing sometimes, and the rest have been great ideas that we've had.
Well, anyways, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's Ask the Cast. If you guys have any more questions that you'd like to hear from us about the show, comment at the link at the comment box below, and we'd be happy to answer them for you as long as they pertain to the show. We really like to stay away from politics, religion, and any other things that might cause a proverbial stir, so to speak. But we love answering your questions, and if you have any ideas that you'd like to see in the show, or things that you would like to have us do, or any ideas, or even if you have some talent that you'd like to contribute, definitely send us a comment, or visit the MatthewandAllieVarietyShow.com. We have a little comment box there that you can actually go into that will actually go into our email, and we'd be happy to take those ideas and run with them. Anyways, take care, guys. We'll see you on next week's Ask the Cast.